Hello and welcome to Pichael's Picks. It is March 1st. It's nice outside, and it might snow tomorrow. The world does not make sense, but that's okay because we can play DraftKings. So we have three slates coming up: the EULCS, the North American Academy slate, and then the North American LCS. And things have been strange. I've been getting stomped in general. I played a little LPL, LCK. As per usual, I make some pretty decent calls, and then something crazy happens. There was one match the other day between like BBQ and someone else, and those games just went insane. So, I mean, you can't predict that kind of stuff. But enough about me. Let's get into the EULCS slate. So, first match, Rockcats vs. Giants. Close match. Ruin vs. Prophet, Joko, Memento, Betsy Blanc, Steelback, Heiku, Targamas, Norsgrin. I think I like Giants better here. Betsy's been playing well recently, and not a huge fan of Steelback. I think he's pretty bad in general, but I do like Giants here. I think it's probably okay to take Rockcat. No, it's not. I don't think I'm playing any Rockcat. I will probably not end up playing Giants either, just because since this is the second closest match, there's probably going to be better places to spend my money. Next match, H2K versus Unicorns of Love. This is the closest match on this slate. H2K has been playing well recently, right? Yep, they got three victories in their last four since Shook joined. Unicorns of Love has also been winning recently, I think. Yep, they've won their last three matches. This slate, all three of these slates, should be quite different as a viewing experience because they're moving to the new patch. There are a lot of changes in this patch. If you're interested in learning more about League of Legends in general, and you need to, or if you already play the game, then you should check out my other YouTube channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. I do a lot of, I create a lot of videos about items and runes and different things like that. So I think if you enjoy my content here, I think you'd also enjoy that as long as you play League of Legends. So back into the slate. Smitty J versus White Knight, Shook versus Cold, Selfie versus Exile, Sheriff Samix, Promise Q, and Totoro. This game could be a very high kill score just because the way that I see it, both of these teams are similarly talented. They both need the win because they're in the bottom half of the table, I think, both of them, and they have something to prove. I mean, most teams do, and those are cliches, but I've already sort of convinced myself of that here. I think it's going to be a close match. I think it's smart that this is priced this way. I'm not sure how interested I am in these matches overall, though, because the other teams just are higher scoring in general. So, can Unicorns of Love win? Yes. Definitely. They definitely can. Do I see this match producing one of the highest scoring teams? Maybe not. Next up, G2 and Splice. G2 is the best team in Europe. Splice is not the best team in Europe. So it's going to be difficult to justify picking players off of Splice. If you think that Splice can pull off the upset, go for it. I will not be spending money on Splice. So far, Unicorns of Love is the best underdog. And obviously, G2, you can play everybody. Vitality versus Schalke. Kabashard versus Vizicachi. Gilius versus Pride. Jizuki versus Nuke Duck. Mini Trupon Upset. Jack Troll and Vander. So Schalke has been losing a lot recently. I still think they're a pretty good team. Vitality's also been losing a lot recently. Yeah. So I think I would take Schalke straight up. I think Schalke is a better team than Vitality. Vitality was playing well in the beginning of the split, but I think I like Schalke better at this point in the season. So I would be I would definitely be willing to pick some Schalke players and hope for the upset. Should be a high kill score game either way. I know that in the past I've said Vizicachi can completely dominate the game and take away a lot of fantasy points from the rest of his team, and that's still a risk in this one. I'm not sure. I don't think they would try to outmacro each other. But, yeah. I think I definitely like Schalke. Schalke and Unicorns of Love so far, 2 decent underdogs that I'm going to consider. I would feel comfortable hedging with some vitality, but I think overall I like Schalke better. Then last we have Fnatic and Misfits. This is going to be a much closer match than people probably think. This is the second biggest differential, but Misfits is a relatively good team. I think they are probably worse going from Power of Evil to Senkux, even though most people like Senkux. Should be a high kill score game. I do like Fnatic. I do like Misfits. So I think I would be willing to consider players from Giants. I would be somewhat apprehensive to take players from this game, to be honest. But maybe there's going to be very low ownership on these 2 matches, so I would definitely think about that too. Unicorns of Love can win as an underdog. Depends on how stacking this turns out. Depends on how much money you have, but I think I'd rather stick to these 3 games over here. I think I would try to get as many players from G2 into my lineup as possible, so you can go G2 with Schalke or G2 with Misfits. I think those are good combinations. In terms of Pichael's picks for player of the game, I think Betsy. I think Cold. He's been playing well recently. I think Perks is always a good choice for G2 because he seems to get a ton of the gold on that team. Vizicachi, I would go with Vizicachi. And then Misfits versus Fnatic, I think you always have to go with Reckless. Just because they play around him, so why would you not take him? Okay, next up we have the Academy. The Academy split. Is Zig starting for Optic Academy now? I know Dokla played on the main team the other week. Clutch Gaming versus Optic. Should be a close one. I think I would just say Clutch Gaming is better. I would take players off of Clutch Gaming. It means that you can pick one of the more expensive underdogs. So hopefully there's another close match. Cloud9 Academy versus CLG Academy. This is somewhat interesting. And it's a big underdog too. I mean, you could take 3 players from CLG Academy and you can probably take one of the biggest favorites. I think that would be a decent play. Cloud9 Academy, I mean, they have Keith and Golden Glue, so they probably have 2 of the more talented players in the Academy scene. C9 probably wins. Might as well go through this. I say take Piglet, obviously. People play around him because they think he's really good. Here, I would say pick Golden Glue or Keith because these teams at the lower level always decide there's like one player they want to play through, which is not necessarily wrong, but it's just boring to watch. Team Liquid Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy, Viper versus Kaizen, Hard and Levi, Mickey and Linsanity, Shoryu, Rikara, Joey, and Win. So I think Team Liquid Academy is definitely better. I like Mickey a lot. I would pick Mickey. TSM versus FlyQuest. If Keen is playing, I would pick Keen and Keen's team every single time. I think Keen's a really good player. So can TSM beat them? Yeah, TSM could beat them. Last up, Fox versus Golden Guardian Academy. I think that Echo Fox has proven to be one of the better teams in the Challenger Series, and if I was going to pick one of their teams, I would definitely have Odd Orange on my team no matter what, because he has a surprisingly high ceiling for a jungler. Demonte is also a very good player, so I would expect them to win through the mid lane. Sorry, Bob Jenkins. But yeah, so Pichael's pick for that one. I would go Demonte this time, I guess. He's very expensive, so it's going to be tough to figure out how to fit him in your lineup, but he's good player. All right, so I think that was mostly favorites. Which one of these teams have a shot at an upset? I guess Optic. If Zig is playing, Optic has a chance at the upset. Maybe they're going to try to put Zig onto the academy team. Maybe see if they can teach him how to be a carry, and then they have a new style they could play too. CLG Academy. I think CLG could win, but again, I would make sure that I only take 3 players from CLG and get one of the favorites. Team Liquid Academy versus 100 Thieves. I would not pick them. TSM, I could see going with TSM. All right, the last slate in this video is going to be North American LCS. First matchup, Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves has been decent recently. Afram, who's been playing really well specifically, he makes the entire team go. So I think that they actually have a shot to beat Team Liquid. It would be an upset. It would be quite a large upset. That is the second. Oh, wow. This is a weird slate. Second closest. This is a terrible slate. This is the second closest matchup. Wow. That is shocking. All right, let's go through the rest of these. This is going to be kind of weird. If Team Liquid wins, I'd say double lift. If 100 Thieves pulls off the upset, I would probably go with Someday. TSM versus FlyQuest. I think TSM has hit their stride. They're a much better team than most of the teams in the NALCS. So I would not pick against TSM unless you want a contrarian play. I think Bjergsen is always the best choice from TSM. CLG versus C9. CLG has been quite bad. I think they can compete against these teams. It just hasn't been working out for them. The new patch is dropping. Maybe they can find some new strategies. If they can create a competitive edge with patch knowledge, then they have a good shot at winning this one. Maybe they can figure out a way to unleash Darshan. I would not suggest picking CLG though. Echo Fox versus Golden Guardians. Golden Guardians has been playing well recently, considering they've been bad for most of this, but they did beat Team Liquid. I would not expect them to beat Echo Fox. I think that's a low value play. If I was going to pick someone from C9, I'd probably go with Sneaky. I think I would go with Sneaky in that one, even though Jensen has a higher average. For Echo Fox, I think Dardoch's always great value. Hooney's always great value. Adrian's always great value. They're all very good options. And this is a perfect storm situation where you have Echo Fox, who is a high kill score team, against Golden Guardians, who gives up a lot of kills because they have high, and he's continuously forcing them to fight, which is it's the right play, but it just creates strange games. Ooh, and then Clutch Gaming versus Optic. I will probably have a decent amount of money on Optic, as per usual. One of these weeks, it's going to pay off. No one's going to see it coming except for me, and I'm going to get all the money. So hopefully I can win all the money. If you want to play in this big contest, it's $1,000 the first. I think it's going to be a great contest. You should all get in there. Make sure it fills. Make sure that DraftKings keeps giving us good contests like this. Oh, I didn't go over the 1v1s. Oh, this was going to be a quick video, but now I guess I have to go in here and go through all these. Last 3 days, last 7 days. All right, well, I almost forgot, but I have not. I did not. I did not forget. So here are all of the 1v1s that I promised. So I'm not sure who watched my video and who didn't. These could all just be random people. But just in case any of you did decide to play against me, so we both took 4 players from Echo Fox, and then he went with Huh, that's a weird combo. So, oh, that's actually pretty smart. So he did a 1v1 Altec versus Adrian, and then instead of doing my optics act, I differentiated just because I didn't want to have overexposure to any one specific combination. I'm not sure if that ended up costing me money or not. Who was my initial one? I don't think it was Optic. Optic wasn't the one that I had in most of my lineups. So obviously C9 versus Lemonation, Arrow, and Power Evil. It's a smart play. He went with 2 supports in order to fit. Actually, okay. So he just went Jensen because he assumed that Jensen would have a good game. 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest. That was a good team. I'm sure that this guy did well if he played in the larger tournaments, because if he had any 100 Thieves exposure in the larger contests, be a very good lineup. Okay, next, triple double lift. I've seen this guy. He usually makes pretty good teams. So who did we share? We shared Hooney, Dardock, and Phoenix. We have 5 players different. Here, Optic loses again for me. So 100 Thieves. I guess that was... So I'm guessing 100 Thieves is pretty popular among some subsection of players. 100 Thieves, 100 Thieves, 100 Thieves. I mean, because if they knew if they knew that I had 4 or 5 players from Echo Fox, then I guess that was one of the better options to go head to head with. I lost this one too. This one's a little closer. This was a straight 3v3. We both had all Echo Fox, so good job to you for getting a slim margin against me, you piece of garbage. But yeah, it was a close one. Lost another one. I feel like I'm just getting stomped in all of these. Chose more Echo Fox. They switched up. They went with the support instead of mid laner. Interesting choice. 100 Thieves. I just had the wrong side of that, so obviously he's going to beat me in there. Oh, I won one. Incredible. J Butler 05. So Golden Guardians won. They basically won me this one, even though he had 100 Thieves, so that's pretty surprising. Tommy T. Betts. Wow. We both did very bad. Quite poor. This was a smart play, other than the JJ thing. Like, I hate how FlyQuest switches. We don't really have much information about them, so that's unfortunate. Unlucky, Tommy. I won this one. All right, so my Golden Guardians lineups kind of carried me and won back most of my money. I think I would have had a pretty bad day if they didn't. So he went with Echo Fox. He went with the Team Liquid side. He had players from Echo Fox and Team Liquid. Okay, that's I don't know if you're watching or not, but that's a pretty low value play. I would not suggest doing that in the future, especially in a 1v1 where you know that I have players on the other side. I just don't think that was the right game theory play. This one, he went with a small 4-for-4. It's pretty good. I think I made the wrong choice by having Optic against TSM in a lot of spots. Last up, we have Everett Case. And he jumped off a lot of the Echo Fox players, which I think... I mean, in reality, knowing that you're going into a 1v1 against someone with the chalk, I'm not surprised that most players went with Echo Fox players as well, because there's such a high expected value. I think I would do it again. Maybe I will release more 1v1s. And then we'll go through it again like this. I'll try to be a little more conscientious with my analysis of this next time, but I completely forgot about this and I need to get this video out. So thanks for watching. Look for my 1v1s, and good luck out there. Just don't beat me, and don't take the $1,000 from me either.